Hey, what's up YouTube? It's been a super long time since I have put out a video on my channel. I'm in the process of revamping it. I don't even know what the channel name is going to be yet, but what we're doing is we're going to do a review today on the Perception Outlaw 11.5. This is my first ever kayak I owned. I bought it last year, fished with it an entire year, and basically I just finished up some more modifications to it, and I think it's going to work out great. I absolutely love this kayak. I'm about 225 pounds, 5'9", and I can fish upwards of 8 hours in this with zero issues. The longest trip I've taken with it up in Lake Placid, New York last year when I went fishing was almost 11.5 miles. It is not a fast kayak. It is not meant for swift water or anything like that, but this thing handles tremendously well. So we're going to do a review of this today. I'll explain a little bit more about what's going on with the channel. So come on with me as we go through the Perception Outlaw 11.5. My co-pilot just abandoned the ship. Look at this bass. Right off this point right beside me here. Look at that. Look at that. Old Kermit's working hard today, fellas. Oh man, look at that fish. Isn't that awesome? So as we go through the kayak today, everything I've purchased and put on the kayak that is aftermarket, from what came factory on it, I've purchased off of Amazon. So what I will do is I'll post the links up below of everything that I've put on this kayak so far. And we're going to start basically at the bow of the boat. We'll work our way all the way back, and we'll go through, show you some of the modifications that I've done and what I like, what I dislike about any of the modifications, and some of the trials and errors that I went through during those modifications and how to fix them. So basically, let's start up here at the front. The very first thing I did with the kayak was I put dry hatch storage up here up front. Now, Perception recommends 5-inch dry hatches, but I had ordered a 6-inch. I went ahead and put the 6-inch in. I haven't had any issues out of it whatsoever on the storage hatch. No leaks, no problems. So a 6-inch does work. Again, I'll put that link on below in the description from Amazon. So basically with this hatch last year, I started out, this is actually where my battery and all of those, my battery went that powered my electronics. I had it up here in the bow of the boat, and I just kind of, after I did it and did some of the wiring for my fish finder, I was like, man, I'm really not a fan of this. Made it a little bit difficult, but we'll go into that more here once we get into the midship dry hatch storage. So no longer, the battery is no longer in there, and basically this is where I'm going to put my wallet, my keys. I put the dry bag back inside there. So that's basically all I did in the bow of the boat. Now obviously the Perception Outlaw has a scupper plug that goes down in the bow. There is a wire feed that goes down through there. That is my wire from my Garmin Striker 4. It runs down through the scupper plug, and the Perception Outlaw actually has a little cutout. I don't know if you can see that there. And where that cutout is, it protects your scupper or your transducer. So the wire comes through right up here, and then there's mounting, pre-cut mounting holes for your transducer. So I put that together. I'm very happy with that. It is very well protected. It is It's a great location, and I get zero interference from any of the electronics that I do have in my boat so far from the transducer, so I'm very happy with that. So once we come back a little bit further, let me get this put back on here. You will actually see I put in a voltage meter, a 12-volt cigarette lighter, and two, well, it comes in one, but it has two USB charging ports. One 5-volt 1 amp, one 5-volt 2.1 amps right here in the front. Basically, I put that under the bow, so I'll turn that on. You guys can see that's all working. It's looking pretty good so far. I plugged my phone into it just here at the house, and super excited to have this for those all-day adventures. Speaking of adventures, when we talked about changing the channel, I haven't figured out a new name for it right now. Right now it's just called MW is Outside. Basically Mike Wheeler is Outside, because that's what the channel is going to revolve around. I do a bunch of, me, the wife, we got a new German wire hair pointer a year and a half ago. So she'll be 2 in October. We do a lot of hiking, fishing, camping, just exploring the outdoors. We took 2 trips a couple years ago to Harper's Ferry, West Virginia, and Damascus, Virginia, on the Appalachian Trail. Did some hiking on the Appalachian Trail, had a great time. So everything that the channel is going to be putting out now is going to have to do with the outdoors. We're also going to feature some of the products that we use outdoors. You know, there's some Mountain House foods. We got a jet boil, all kinds of things that we use outdoors that we're going to bring to you. There will still be some hunting, and some of the hunts will be on there. I did catch I did harvest a beautiful 8-point whitetail last year that I'm super excited about. Its mount should be back in September, but there's just so much that we're putting on the channel. I don't want to interrupt the review of this kayak today. So let's keep going. So once we come back to there, obviously you're probably wondering how I got power to this. Well, obviously I purchased a Dakota lithium battery, 12 volt, 10 amp hours. That is actually in my 5-inch Midship dry storage hatch. And I also purchased the Yak Attack power system. So if we go right here, this is its mounting location. You can kind of see the proximity from the seat to its mounting location, so it'll be ease of access. The good thing about this Yak Attack power system, or Yak power system, I'm sorry, not Yak Attack, is if that red light goes off when I push the button, that means the power system is on, but it is not drawing any juice from my 12 volt. So if I only have the bow button turned on, it's only drawing enough juice to power my plug-ins up front. Now, if I turn number 1 on, that would be my fish finder. And again, the fish finder is a Garmin Striker 4, and I'm still trying to get used to this cover on the Garmin Striker 4. I just got it like maybe 2 days ago, and man, it is super tight on here. So it has been a pain to get off. You can see that. I mean, that's good in a way, because obviously that means it won't just pop off very easily and fall in the water. But you can kind of see here the Garmin Striker 4, it's powering up. Once it powers up here, we'll kind of go through that. Basically, obviously I'm not in the water, so nothing's going to be working on this right now, but that's where we're at. So got power to that. I did in fact go with, I think I already mentioned it, the 5-inch deck plate. This is also purchased off of Amazon. The 5-inch dry hatch storage deck plate for the Midship. I'm really excited about this. It was able to fit comfortably my 12 volt, 10 amp hour Dakota lithium battery down in there. Also got the Yak power system down in there. Don't know if you can see that there. Yeah, you can see a little bit of it. So all of that's stored down in here. All right, now if we go back here and hit midship, you can see I put some green lights on there, green LED Yak power lights. In case I didn't mention this, you always have to have a boat name. The boat, since it's green, I call it Kermit, right? It's pretty funny. I think so. But I love this dry storage hatch, the ease of access. So if something starts to go funky with my electronics while I'm on the water, I can just reach right here. Don't have to get up, come to the bow of the boat and all that stuff. I can just look at it right here, try to diagnose the problem, see what we got going on. But we move back. I got the Yak attack oar holders on both sides. All my accessories are mounted by ram ball, except for the Yak attack fishing rod holder. So there's a ram mount right there that holds my cell phone. There's another Yak attack oar holder. I got the Catch King 26-inch measuring board, because I do plan on fishing some KBF, kayak bass fishing tournaments this year. First one's April 15th here in Ohio at Alum Creek. So I did get that. Again, I already told you this is the Yak attack fishing rod holder. There's a bunch of reviews on this, so I'm not going to go over this. I mean, everybody's seen this kind of stuff before. Majority of everything I got on my boat, everybody's seen it. So I got some Cast King fish grippers. Came with a set of pliers that hook to a lanyard, which I'm really excited about. Those are real nice. They got some fishing line cutter there and everything all in one. So I'm pretty excited about those. Again, those are made by Cast King. I got the Perception Outlaw saddle bags. Basically these just hold a majority of my fishing tackle. Come back to these rod holders. I've seen a lot of people have problems with these rod holders. With these rod holders, they're very, very simple. So let's go to the other side of the boat here. This is the way your rods are supposed to be stored in there. So if you turn them to where your rods are facing up, they slide down in here, they secure, because I've seen a bunch of people storing them like this. Well, that's wrong. That's not the way you're supposed to store them, because then you got no way to lock them in there. So turn it upside down, put it in there. Then you got this stretchy cord, comes out, secures them, and now they are not going anywhere. You can travel down the road even if the kayak's in the back of the boat, and you'll be all set. On this other side here, I got the other Perception Outlaw saddle bag, but then I also got the Yak Attack Black Box, or Black Pack, sorry, Black Pack Pro. This is 13 by 16, came with 4 rod holders. Basically open this up and got all my fishing tackle in there. Crappie season's getting ready to start here, probably within the next 2 weeks or so with that. That is pretty much the setup on the kayak right now. I did get this for the GoPro. I got the Yak Attack power pole. It's their large one. It's the Pro series. So I did get that. Just go over the rod holders here. Basically, there's the rod holder that comes with the Black Pack. It's got a little bungee cord here that goes around the rod, so the rod stays in there. If you were to flip over, it's not going to come out. That is pretty much everything that I got on my kayak so far. So let's go over this a little bit. When we look at this, this kayak is probably, in my opinion, again, this is my first one that I've ever owned, but this kayak, I'm telling you, is top notch. It is stable, it is comfortable. The seat is probably is super comfortable. But that's pretty much everything that I've done to my kayak. There is nothing else on here. And there's more modifications that anybody could have done to this. There's so much more stuff out there. I haven't put dry hatch in the back. I haven't put exterior lights on it. There's so much more. And the weight capacity on this is 450 pounds. I don't believe I'm anywhere close to that at this point, just based off the equipment that I have on there so far. I'm probably about the, I'd say 320, 325 right with point, me right and all my equipment on there so far.
Look at that.
So that's where that's the Perception Outlaw 11.5. Stability, I give it an 8 out of 10. Comfort, I give it a 9 out of 10. Reliability, I give it a 10 out of 10. I mean, I've been in some waters that this kayak was not meant to be in, and it was actually it did really well. Turning, you're not going to turn quick in this. It's just too long and too heavy. This is not something that you just throw over your shoulder and take down to the water and throw it in. Oh, speaking of that, since we're not just carrying it on our back, throwing it in the water, one thing about the Perception Outlaw is, I don't know if you guys can see those, but they've got drag plates on the back. So if you were to need to drag it, and actually there's a rock in there. So it's got one on this side and one on this side here. With that, when you're dragging it, you're not actually causing damage to the bottom of your boat, which I think is really nice. There is a handle on the back. You can kind of see that there. Grabs right there. And dual handle on the front. You can grab right here, grab right there. And there's a bunch of reviews on this kayak, so I don't want to bore everybody with that kind of stuff. But there she is, the Perception Outlaw 11.5. If you guys got any questions, put some comments down the bottom. Again, I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button. Get some notifications. If you see anything else that I missed on here that you want to know about, let me know.